I got to get rid of that goddamn 7-10-25. It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the J&J Show. Jacob Kaplan, welcome back. Where the hell were you last week?
Yeah, tough break. I did not mean to take a show off. That was totally my fault. Thank you,
Of course, you take the show off when the Giants pull off one of the most unbelievable collapses in the history.
Yeah, that's a little bit of the reason why we did not want to show up. That was the dinner. We're not going to get into it because that was last week. We're going to be ranting a bit more on this week, plus some prayers for our man Cam Scadaboo.
We'll talk about the Giants.
Yeah, we'll talk about Scat in a bit, but apologies for missing last week. We got a lot of sports to talk about, so let's get right into it.
We do. First off, I'd like to say happy Halloweekend to everybody who celebrates. I will be celebrating tomorrow. As for those of you that watch my WIUR show, The Booth Review, I got a big surprise for you guys tomorrow. Also, peep the Champ Bailey throwback Denver Broncos jersey. It is a thing of beauty. Let's not waste any time. Let's get this show on the road. Starting off with, unfortunately, as high as we were on the New York Knicks, they have unfortunately come back down to earth just a little bit, losing back-to-back games on the road against the Milwaukee Bucks and Milwaukee Bucks and Miami Heat. What did you think about these last two games?
I think, the Bucks game was a bit of a back and forth action. Great job by great stuff from both teams. The Knicks, I'm pretty sure they were up by 15 at one point, and they ended up losing a close one. Yeah, I believe Ryan Rollins had 25 or something.
Ryan Rollins shot the lights out.
Yeah, he shot the lights out. So they needed to, clamp up the perimeter defense, but also I feel like they should have beat the Heat in Miami. I feel like that was a game where the Knicks kind of gave it away at the last moment and late on in that game. What were they down 7 at the end of the third, where it was neck and neck through that whole quarter. I don't know who their next game against will be playing tonight. Who knows?
Their next game is tomorrow night against the Chicago Bulls, who have started at the top of the Eastern Conference. Weirdly enough.
Yeah, shout out to the Bulls for they're 4-0 now.
Yeah, but
it's beginning of the NBA Cup tomorrow, I believe. Everyone's favorite thing.
Worst thing ever, bro. It's the biggest waste of time I've ever seen. Anyway, let's not waste any time and jump into our favorite segment on the show. Your favorite segment, especially. It's time for another Tri-State hockey update. Caps, what do we got?
So, we're gonna start. Let's start with we're gonna save our team for last. We're going to be starting with the team that's playing at this moment, the New York Islanders. All right, they are at the moment bottom of the barrel in the Metro Division, 9 points, 4-4-1. It looks like they're going to stay there as they are down 2-0 to the Carolina Hurricanes at the moment. First career goal for Bradley Nadeau. I heard his name in some trade talks with the Rangers. Panarin might be going back. I don't know. I hope that's not true. But Islanders legend Mike Riley getting his first of the season shorthanded. So, 2-0 Canes there. Islanders bottom of the barrel last game, lost to Boston 5-2. Flyers in the shootout right before that 4-3. So they're on a 2-game skid right now. It looks to be 3 soon.
Yeah, so that basically sums it up. As for the New Jersey Devils, however, they've been the complete opposite. They have been absolutely dominant, and I know we're not going to talk too much about, the hockey stuff because we just did a hockey show last night. Me, our good boy, our good guy, RJ, and our newest member of the team, Patrick Clark, representing the New Jersey Devils. Yes, the Devils fans have been blowing up my phone nonstop. They wanted representation. You got your representation, okay? Be grateful. Anyway.
Yeah, Devils first place right now, 8-2, 16 points. Shout out to the other. Yeah, shout out to the the other Rangers arch nemesis, who I thought were going to be horrible this year, but they're proving me wrong. The Pittsburgh Penguins, 7-2-2, 16 points as well. Dan Muse, Rangers assistant last year, blowing it up. And now, finally,
same with Chris Knobloch in Edmonton.
Yep, and finally the team, I've said their name about 3 times in the past 30 seconds. The New York Rangers, you're sitting at 4-5-2, 7th in the Metro, 10 points. Jonathan Quick, shutout in Vancouver.
He has somehow been keeping up, even though he's 39 years old. This guy is ageless. I swear to God.
So the Rangers broke their 3 games. Honestly, should have been. They should have won 2 or 3 of those games. If I'm being honest, maybe all 3. But they lost to the 32nd and 31st worst teams in the league. So
hey, it is what it is. As We would now like to take a brief moment to open up the call boxes to get this thing started. Dial the number on the screen, 914-458-1596. That is 914-458-1596. Call in and talk about whatever New York sports teams you want. The Giants, if you want to freak out about the officials, you're more than welcome to. If you're a Jets fan that's popping bottles that you won your first game of the season, call in, talk about it. If you're a New York Yankees fan that is disappointed that Toronto Blue Jays are one away from the World Series, dial in. Great. We've already got our first caller. It's one of our coworkers, founder of the We Spartan podcast, Nico Hernandez. Nico, what's going on? You're on the show.
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
We're doing well. What you calling about?
So I want to call about the fact that I think that this NBA season should already be chalk.
Let me guess. Just give the title to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I think that the Thunder are just going to win it again.
Okay, that's not really that crazy. I mean, what's like the backbone of the argument? I mean, it's basically.
Well, okay, if you want a true take, I think that Shreya Savage should get World Series MVP before Vlad Guerrero does.
No, I like that.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I think that he has been absolutely unbelievable. He shut down the Dodgers, not once, but he did it twice, I'm pretty sure. He's beat the Dodgers. Mm-hmm. Credit where credit's due.
Where's the other guy talking? I want to hear the other guy
talk. So, for some reason, you can't hear his audio. It's something we've had problems with in the past. We're working on getting it fixed, but yeah, as of right now, it's only a one-way call in. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. I'll just tell you what he says. Jacob, what were you saying about you, Savage?
Yeah, I think he's didn't they? No, he was game one starter. Yeah.
So he was a game one starter. Yes.
So he shut them down. He shut them down twice.
So Nico, since you are a Jays fan, I got to ask, what is your confidence level for tomorrow night?
We're gonna lose tomorrow, but we're winning Game 7.
Taking a Toronto Toronto team in Game 7 is kind of bold. I mean, I think that this series has been very similar to the Raptors and the Warriors. Honestly.
Yeah, but everybody's healthy.
That is true. But I feel like you guys you're just a wagon right now. Like, what more can be said? I genuinely tip my cap to the Toronto Blue Jays for getting it done so far this year. They're only one win away. They're on the verge of doing so. But anything else you want to say, Nico, before we get to the next guy?
Commanders are going 12-5. Have a good night.
Good night, Nico. 12-5. Yeah, same guy said they're going 5-12.
That's not happening.
So they're going 12-5 the other day. That's rough. I would say that, yeah, credit where the credit is due. I was gonna talk about the Blue Jays for a second because we didn't even think about the World Series.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, it's a Yankee fan's worst nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
The team they beat and the Dodgers in the World Series. So, I mean, it goes without saying. It's unfortunate that's what it's come down to, but it is what it is. So let's wait for let's get the rest of the show moving on. If people have more call-ins, they'll probably interrupt me like usual. Let's talk some college football, shall we? It was a pretty interesting weekend, I would say, in all the world of college football.
Mm-hmm.
But oh man, I can't believe I get to say this, Jacob. It happened. It actually happened.
I think I know where you're going.
Brian Kelly, you're fired.
Get
the fuck out of here.
As the great Mike Quick would say, you're fired. I mean, wow, what a shit show by
Get him out of here. That's how he would say it, except with a much better voice. Regardless, yeah, Brian Kelly canned after, 3 seasons with LSU?
Something like that. 3
or 4 years. Terrible. I mean, they got flat out pantsed on national television against the Texas A&M Aggies. I mean, it was bad. Like, I didn't think it could get any worse. It was terrible. Like, one of the worst performances I've ever seen on primetime. Now, I don't want to bring this up too much, but Jacob, I know that you're the most humble college football fan on the planet. Your boys look fucking unbeatable. And you guys look like you're not even trying. Genuinely.
We'll see what happens. I mean, we're going to get in the game that's going to happen at the shoe on Saturday later on. But, at the moment, I just take it as a one-game mentality. They just got to keep winning, and I don't overlook the team. Obviously, everyone's like, oh, there's this team, and then OSU's and Indiana are at the top. But, I mean, anything can happen in college football.
Do we really think Indiana's that good, though? Like, top 2 good? I don't think they are.
Hey, Mendoza's looking really good. I mean, UCLA was on a streak, and they go into Bloomington and get, blown out by 50, so.
Yeah, I mean, to make matters worse, it's the fact that they can dominate any team at home, yet on the road, they're a very strange team, I would say, to make matters worse when it comes to the whole college football
They
season.
go what? They go to Maryland this week. That might be a little
They
bit.
do play against – I think it's a trap game for them for sure. But to basically sum up – and I'm not going to take too much on my college football because we have an entire show dedicated to college football. It's the good old college ball frenzy. Also, to give you some updates on the scores today, Coastal Carolina is facing off against Marshall. Coastal just fumbled. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is actually insane. All right, so let me break down what just happened because I'm looking on Reel. So Marshall punts on 3rd down. Coastal Carolina recovers a muff punt. And then Marshall fumbles the ball right back. And then Marshall recovers Coastal Carolina's fumble. All within 3 plays. That's pretty remarkable. And UTSA is up 10-6 against Tulane. But to really sum up what happened this weekend, Houston made me the biggest Arizona State hater on God's green earth. Tennessee beat excuse me. Jesus Christ. Tennessee beat Kentucky 56-34. Texas had a double overtime. Well, not double overtime. 17-point comeback in the 4th quarter. BYU beat Iowa State. Alabama beat South Carolina. Survived.
Barely. Alabama won.
Barely. Ole Miss gets their statement win against Oklahoma. Georgia Tech flat out embarrassed Syracuse. Virginia sneaks away from Chapel Hill. Memphis beats UCF on a missed field goal. USF, by Nico Grammatica. And Vanderbilt beat Missouri. So that basically sums up college football.
Yeah. Vanderbilt won by what, like a yard or something? Wasn't there a Hail Mary then?
Yeah, basically. I mean, so to make things even more painful, originally they said incomplete. They review it, said he caught the ball, but he was just a yard short. I mean, wow. Way to punch them in the dick, eh? That's really how you do it. What an amazing display. I'm so proud of them for making the right decision and kicking an entire fan base in the fucking cojones. Anyway, enough about hold back. Okay. Now what's going on?
Yo, what's on? J-E-T-S, yes.
I was waiting for you to call in. How's it going?
Yes, sir. You already know who it is, baby. Let's fucking go.
Congratulations on finally winning a game.
You know what they say, JJ?
What do they say?
You can't go 10-7 without having 7 losses. Only 1-7, only 9 more games, and then we're 10-7 and we're in the playoffs. So,
And then 9 more games and you're 1-16.
Wow, what a hater, honestly.
I'm not a hater. That was one of the flukiest games I've ever seen.
At least they won for my man Nick Mangold.
Yeah, that's a terrible story. I mean, seriously.
You don't even know who he doesn't even know who Nick Mangold was, bro.
Is that true? You don't know who Nick Mangold was?
What?
Do you know who Nick?
I knew who Nick Mangold was. He's number 74. He played he was on the Jets for 10 years his whole career. Obviously, bro, Caps, shut the fuck up, dude.
All right. You ready, JJ? You ready for the embarrassment of this kid of the night? We asked him. Us as a friend group asked him yesterday, who is the Legion?
I wanted to call it,
Hold up. Tell me, hold
on. Caps needs to explain.
They are a legit contender.
Caps needs to explain something. Get to your point in a minute. Caps needs to explain something. Go,
We asked him yesterday.
I don't want to hear Caps.
What team is the Legion of Boom? And he said the Ravens.
What's he saying? I can't hear him.
He said what you said. The Ravens are the Legion of Boom.
Wait. That must be glitch. That wasn't me. That was Keith Koza.
Yeah, but this is about the Jets, though. So is that really? I mean, we're talking specifically about the Jets right now.
Yeah, not the Legion of Boom, Caps. Come on.
Yeah, no one cares about the 12-year-old fan base that is the Seattle Sea Chickens. Fuck them and fuck them to hell and back.
Haha! Fuck them!
Yeah, I do not like the Seahawks. But to really add on to this, do you have any final statements about the Jets before I move on to the next caller?
The Jets are drafting Caleb Downs, and they're gonna get Justin Fields another year. They're gonna draft a new quarterback. I'm going to OSU this weekend, and I'm buying a Caleb Downs jersey. Keith is buying a Smith jersey. We'll be wearing it to
You're
school.
Yeah, he's
going
going
to-
on a visit and didn't take me.
Wow, that's crazy. You're going on a
Wait,
visit
what?
to Ohio State and you didn't take Jacob? That's wild.
Fuck no, he doesn't deserve an invite. He's a fucking Giants fan.
He's literally one of the biggest Ohio State fans I know.
Bullshit. He's a fake fan for sure.
Yeah, that's true. He is a fake fan.
All right.
Haha.
Sure.
Because he thought you
Sure.
could only have 10 players on the field at once.
Sure. Isn't that your team?
Oh my.
Isn't
Where's
that your
blowouts
team?
or kneecaps? Come on.
You're the
Isn't
one
that your team?
You have to remember, touchdown Jesus was the 11th man. You just didn't see it. Only I saw it.
Okay.
Well, thank you for your call. Have a great rest of your night. Happy Halloween. Wow, that's actually fucked.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, JJ. All right.
That's actually messed up that he wouldn't invite you to Ohio State. That's crazy. All right, well, let's not waste any time. Get back to our show. J&J Game Day is back. We've been gone the last 2 weeks. There has not been any guest pickers in a while. Things have been complicated, so I apologize in advance. We do have ourselves a guest picker finally, hailing from Chaminade High School, one of the other members of Empire Sports Media, my good friend, RJ Chiffon. Welcome back, RJ. Feels like I literally just talked to you yesterday.
Yeah, you did in that nice hockey show we had. But yeah, I'm excited to be here.
It was a ton of fun,
Lovely
and
RJ.
I'm looking forward to getting into this week because this week's college football slate is honestly pretty damn good. That being said, it could have been a lot better. That is the truth because you have to remember one of the games that were on the schedule was Penn State, Ohio State. Was supposed to be like number 1 versus number 2. But then Penn State forgot how to play football, so they suffer on behalf of that. So, Jacob, explain the rules of college. Well, actually, you don't really need to explain the rules of college pick'em. It's specifically the NFL pick'em, but tell them what's on the line that one person for each is going to be getting at the end.
All
of
right.
the
So
season.
I don't know if RJ you own any OSU jerseys, but if you get the best record, you probably can get one from JJ's paying. You know what? Yeah, JJ's paying. For calling me a fake fan, JJ's paying. JJ's paying.
Maybe I'll use the funds from winning the league to get.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
No way, JJ.
JJ's not getting paid anyways.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I was only going off what the caller said.
I mean, yeah, that kid's a Maryland fan. He only knows hell.
He's a Maryland fan? Oh,
Yeah, he
God.
only knows hell.
So why the hell is he going to Ohio State?
I don't know.
Anyway,
College-
let's not waste
College
any time.
visit. He's going on a college visit, but I don't. He's probably gonna call the place trash.
Let's jump right into this week's games, RJ, starting off with Vanderbilt and Texas. Everybody knows who my picks are for these games, so I'm not really going to say that much. I made my picks on Monday. They know, those that watch my show on Monday know what my picks are. I have Texas winning this game. RJ, what do you got?
Yeah, I actually agree with you, JJ, because we all know about Arch Manning and the struggles that he's had, but I think he's bound to have a big game. And this is the game where he can re-put himself into that discussion of one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
So he will never be one of the best quarterbacks in the country. That has already been established.
I don't know.
But the biggest takeaway for me is that Vanderbilt has all these great wins. They haven't won any on the road. And DKR is a tough place to play. So that's why I took Texas. Jacob.
Yeah. When I saw this game on the schedule, I actually didn't know it was this week, but yeah, I saw this game on the schedule and I immediately thought Texas would win this game. And then I saw that Arch is in concussion protocol, which I did not know. But I know Arch has balls, so he's probably going to find a way to play, just like Jackson Dart would do. And he's going to get this huge win for Texas. Vanderbilt, I don't know where they go after this if they lose. I mean, they could drop a long mile, but, we'll see. They could be out of the playoff contention after this one. Who knows?
Honestly, I wouldn't drop them behind like 13, to be honest. I keep in the top 15.
Well,
I do want to
who was their first loss? Was that a
Alabama.
SEC? Yeah,
Alabama.
so that would be what, 2 SEC losses?
Yeah, like 11 or 12, I'd put them at. I do want to make a quick announcement before we move on. This will be one of 3 games that we're announcing on Saturday. The first ever Empire Sports Media college football triple header. We got this one at 12. We've got Tennessee, Oklahoma as the game of the week. I think I'm with Wii Sporting that night, so that's going to be a fun one. And then right after that, me and RJ are doing the first ever Empire Sports Media After Dark. Cincinnati versus Utah at 10:15 p.m.
Yeah, excited for that. Late one, but it'll be good.
First ever. Next up, we've got ourselves an American Conference. Oh, wait, that's the other game. We've got ourselves a battle between 2 incredibly disappointing teams in the ACC, or as we like to call it, tank conference, Duke and Clemson.
Yeah, JJ. I do not see Duke winning this game. I know it's a toss-up because these teams have just been so disappointing for both sides, but I just think that Clemson has more firepower than Duke has, and to go in and play Clemson at home, Clemson's going to have the crowd behind them. I just don't see Duke pulling off this upset.
I also have the Tigers winning this one, but everybody knew that.
Is Clemson playing?
I would think so, but even if he doesn't, I think.
I'll just go with the Clemson. This game's not interesting, really.
Yeah, pretty easy one. Next up, we've got ourselves an American Conference battle between the undefeated Navy midshipmen and the best offense in all of college football, the 7-1 North Texas Mean Green. Drew Mestemaker takes on Blake Horvath in Texas.
Yeah, this one's tough, but again, like you said, the best offense in college football. I don't really see. I know Navy doesn't have a loss, but look at their competition. So I think.
But here's the problem with that, RJ. I like how you're saying best offense in college football. Here's the kicker: their defense can't stop anyone.
Yeah. To be fair, though, they are 7-1, and JJ, like we said, I mean, are we really impressed with who Navy has played so far, and to be 7-0? So in that case, I'm gonna take North Texas here.
Of course, he's riding with the Mean Green. Fair. I also took the Mean Green, but I would not be shocked at all if Navy won this game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with the Mean Green also because as an Army fan, we can't pick Navy.
Yeah, that too. I also will never pick Navy. Next up, we have the battle of the frauds versus the battle of the stupid ass bitches from Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah, in this game, I do think Arizona State's going to go into Iowa State and win this game. You might think this is crazy, but again, something's got to give, and I think that they're going to win this game. Also, Cam Scadaboo getting hurt, they're going to do it for him, and they're going to win.
Not so fast, my friend. I will never pick Arizona State again. Give me Iowa State.
Yeah, I'm going with the team from Ames.
As you should. They're the way better team. Next up, we've got Texas Tech versus K-State. Questionable trap game for the Red Raiders with the Cougars looming the following Saturday. What do we got?
Yeah, it is. But, I mean, again, how am I going to pick against Texas Tech here? I mean, it would be crazy for me to predict a trap game like this, and I think Texas Tech takes this one. Closer than you think.
Yeah, definitely closer than you think. I think Baron Morton has been absolutely unbelievable this season for Texas Tech. Their defense can literally stop anyone, so I'm genuinely impressed. Their one loss is when Will Hammond was in at quarterback because Baron Morton got injured against the previous week before they played ASU. So a Texas Tech sweep across the board. The California Golden Bears against the number 15 ranked Virginia Cavaliers. The fact that they're 7-1 just blows my mind.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. And then, like we said, ranked 15th, right? But again, this seems like a game that Virginia's got to win, to keep their hopes alive. And I don't think that they'll underestimate California. So I'm going to take Virginia Cavaliers.
Jacob?
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go UVA on this one. I feel like they've had a great year. Win against Florida State was a really big win for them. Continue it.
Chandler Morris, without a shadow of a doubt, has been the guy for this team all season long. I'm genuinely impressed with how well he's been playing. I got to go with the Cavaliers on this one. Keep the train rolling up to 8-1. Georgia Tech and NC State. Wow, this ACC slate is dog shit.
Yeah. This seems like a game, though. I am going to pick Georgia Tech, but another one of these trap game situations, like you were talking about, JJ, because you're 8-0, right? You don't think you can lose to anyone, and then you see NC State on your schedule, and you could maybe not play as well as you want. But again, Georgia Tech's way too good to lose this game.
You know, there is a legitimate chance, Jacob, that we are going to have clean old-fashioned hate as a top 10 matchup between Georgia Tech and Georgia. As long as Tech stays undefeated, that's going to be a top 10 matchup.
Yeah, I think they will continue to be undefeated. I think Haynes King, they're just a really good team. I think they get this one done, even in the tough environment of Raleigh.
Long live the almighty Yellow Jackets. Next up, we have USC and Nebraska. Everyone knows who I'm picking, so I'm not going to waste anyone's time. Everyone knows who I'm picking.
Yeah, JJ, obviously, you're a Notre Dame fan.
I will never pick them ever. I picked
salty, but
I picked Missouri. What am I salty about? We beat them again.
Yeah, you did.
We always beat these guys.
All right, yeah, but they're definitely going to bounce back this week. I think that they're too good, and Nebraska's been solid, but I do like USC here to go into Nebraska and then win this game later tonight.
I just pick against SC because I fucking hate them. I don't care how good they are.
But
They be the number one team in the country, and I'll still pick against them.
I think USC.
That's how Caps is with Michigan.
Yeah, me too.
He's right. USC, they gave Notre Dame a run for their money, if I'm being honest, in that game. They're actually a really good team. Lane, who's the quarterback? Mayava, Lennon. Is it Lennon or Lemon? I don't know.
Mekhi Lemon. He made that costly mistake, though, fumbling the ball with, I don't know what the hell they were trying to do, but it got blown up for nothing. By the way, I would just like to say the refs were absolutely fucking us over. They gave us 115 penalty yards. USC had 5. And we still won.
It is what it is. Well, yeah. I'm agreeing with RJ here. Give me USC.
Yeah, I would just never pick them, period. And next up, we've got Cincinnati and Utah. Oh, God, they forgot a game. Shocker. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to just rifle off the games they forgot because they forgot a few. Starting off with, to me, the most intriguing game on the schedule, Miami versus SMU. Now, Miami has been in terrible form over the last couple of games. They've been dog shit.
Yeah, they have. But, Carson Beck, we talked about at the beginning of the season, like, there's no way Miami's going to be any good with Carson Beck, but he has looked good. And then recently, obviously, he's had those struggles, but I do think Miami wins this game. They got to get back on track at some point. I think it's this week.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
I would say, I'm going to go with that, but I also have covering the SMU Mustangs will cover 10.5.
Yeah.
Next up, this one to me is very interesting. I'm surprised I didn't talk about it. Georgia and Florida. Florida, fresh off of firing Billy Napier this past last week. The first game without him, and it's against Georgia.
Yeah. Actually, you know what I noticed about coaches getting fired? It seems like the next week the team just comes out way better and way different.
By the way, to talk about college coaches news, supposedly big game James Franklin is very close to a deal with the Virginia Tech Hokies.
I have seen that.
Really?
I have seen that.
So he is trying to pull a JJ Seglio and rebuild that garbage heap of a franchise in Blacksburg. Continue, RJ.
Yeah, so like I was saying, like coaches get fired, and whether it's in spite or in motivation, usually the team comes out and just looks really good. So honestly, I'm gonna pick Florida and for the upset.
Wow.
Gotta pick an upset. This is the game that makes the most sense to me after the coach firing.
Huber and Brady are going to have you killed because they are both Georgia fans. They will kill you in your sleep. Anyway.
Tough place to play, too.
I'm assuming Georgia for you, Caps, and Georgia for me.
Yeah, I think even though what RJ said was completely true, like that was
especially
really
with UCL. Well, except with Penn State, they lost to Iowa.
Yeah. Most times.
Yeah, most times. So, but yeah, Florida. I feel like Florida's gonna make it a closer game than it should be. But yeah, I'm still gonna go with the Bulldogs. They clutch that win up against Ole Miss a couple weeks ago. I still think there's
That was a
something to
crazy win, by the way,
watch out for.
against Ole Miss. And finally, before we get to the final two games, Penn State, Ohio State.
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah, you already know who me and RJ are rocking with.
Yeah, but I will say these rivalry games, this game's going to be closer.
If you listen to me,
15.5.
Of all the bullshit that I've said about Penn State, right now, Jacob, I just want to give you a little bit of an update on lolcow madness. Lol Mest has been overtaken. Penn State is now the number 1 seed in the bracket to win lolcow of the year. If you guys lose to them this weekend, I don't care if you win the national championship, you are the automatic lolcow of the week, and you're going on the bracket. I don't care if you win the natty. Losing to a team that fired their head coach, lost to fucking winless UCLA and Northwestern, you're on the bracket.
Yeah, I
you're lolcow of the week.
But
done deal.
These games in the Big Ten, they're not going to be blowouts.
Yeah. The fact that the spread's 20.5 is a little absurd to me.
Yeah.
I mean, Wisconsin had no chance. Illinois had no chance.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Ohio State plays better on the road than they play at home. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, well, we're home this week, so I do think that Ohio State wins this game, but I do think Penn State will cover the spread because that's an egregious number.
Bad.
Yeah,
I hope PSU wins so bad. They won't.
Yeah, you're a hater because we have success and you don't.
Well, you listen to me, RJ. You do realize in college football, it is an unwritten rule. When a top 5 or top 10 team is playing an unranked team, unless it's your team, you always root for the upset.
Yeah, of course. But you know that you want them to win no matter what. You don't.
I just want to see Ohio State look somewhat beatable.
Yeah, well,
because they've been playing like the Kansas City Chiefs of last year, just not just beating teams, but suffocating them. Like, you give them a quarter, you let them have a sense of hope, and then got them trapped in a stranglehold. Anyway, on to the final two games. Starting off with the game that me and RJ are calling in the first ever Empire Sports Media After Dark, Cincinnati and Utah.
Yeah, I was looking at this game before, and the spread is -10.5 for Utah, and I thought
that's outrageous,
crazy, right? Like, I was like, oh, wow. I do think Utah's going to win this game at home, but it will not be that far off a game. It's going to be a close game, but Utah being at home, this is a huge game for both teams. A win for either team could sway their season. So Utah with the 2 losses, it's a little more important, so I'm going to pick them.
Yeah, give me the Utes all day. Everybody knows that I took them. They won big last week without Devin Dampier. I'm going with Utah, but everybody knew that already.
Agreed. Yeah, I think Utah has this one.
Well said. And finally, the Empire Sports Media Game of the Week. I got to get a sound effect. Oklahoma and Tennessee.
Yeah, this one it's literally a toss-up, right? Oklahoma, Tennessee, another one of these games where if you lose, you're pretty much eliminated from.
Yeah, the loser of this game is done.
Yeah. So, that being said, again, I think being at home is going to really propel Tennessee in this game. So I'm going to take Tennessee. But again, I actually think that Tennessee is going to cover the -2.5. I really do think that they're going to come out hot. Because, again, home field advantage in college football is extreme. And this game being primetime, I do think Tennessee's got it.
Yeah, personally for me, I don't know if I'm the only one to think this, but I low-key think John Mateer's a little overrated now after that hot start, only because I watched their game against Ole Miss, and when it mattered most, that dude threw the ball at least 70, threw fastballs at his receivers, and they would just go 5 yards ahead of him and out of bounds. So I personally think Mateer isn't that good anymore, so I'm riding with the Vols here, like RJ said. Neyland at primetime, crazy place to play, tough place to play. I think the Vol season continues, but I don't know if it's going to go much longer after this one.
Yeah.
Well said. So Tennessee for all of us. So that basically sums up the college football picks for this week. RJ, you're more than welcome to stay for the NFL talk before we do the NFL pick'em. If you'd like to take a break, you are more than welcome to. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. Because we're about to switch gears over to the NFL. So, We have to talk about it. We're going to just go through a quick little recap to sum it all up. Yes, it's been another drunk NFL week. Again, not a big surprise thus far because that's all this league has become. We start on Thursday Night Football where the Chargers absolutely manhandled the Vikings 37-10. That was just a sad game to watch. On Sunday, we saw Jonathan Taylor roam free again. The Bills dismantling the Panthers and the Bears losing to goddamn Snoop Huntley. The Miami Dolphins beating the Atlanta Falcons 34-10, and Bijan Robinson and Kirk Cousins single-handedly ended my 6-game win streak in fantasy football. Down the gutter because those fuckers put up 10 goddamn points. Buccaneers played ugly. Texans beat the Niners. Pats beat the Browns by doing nothing. The Broncos beat the Cowboys, and holy fucking shit, the New York Jets won a football game. Holy fucking shit, the New York Jets won a football game. I cannot believe it. I didn't think I would ever be saying that. Congratulations, the New York Jets. You have done the unthinkable. You have won yourself your first game of the season. Well done. The Cincinnati Bengals, you're an absolute joke. You are absolutely disgusting. I'm embarrassed to say that I lost my survivor pool because of you fuckers. I'm out. Jacob, you want to hear the 2 games that I lost in my survivor pool?
Was it going to be some 2 crazy games, probably?
Titans-Cardinals game and that. Yes, I lost the Titans-Cardinals. I was stupid enough to take the goddamn Cardinals. We had a 21-3 lead and managed to lose that game. Like, that's just absolutely mind-blowing. I'm convinced I just was not meant to win the pot. And it is what it is. But as for the Bengals, the only thing that you are winning this week is a much more prestigious award, one that we absolutely love on this show. Congratulations, Cincinnati Bengals. You have officially crowned yourself Lil Cow of the Week. Shut the fuck up. Some bitches screaming pumpkin outside the dorm. What an asshole. Anyway, to sum it all up, that was, yeah, that happened. RJ, what'd you think watching that Jets game?
Yeah, being a Giants fan, obviously I was depressed that day. So I turned on the Jets game, looking to see the Jets get embarrassed, and then I watched a great comeback happen from the Jets. Cincinnati's collapse, that's one of the worst things I've seen in a while because at some point when they got the ball back, they just needed to get the ball to Jamar Chase, and they just failed to do that. Like, the play calling was horrible. It was just an all-around terrible loss. That ends their season. I mean, they have no shot now at anything.
Yeah.
Y'all said I was crazy when I said the Bengals were going 7-10. Everyone said I was.
Well, I mean, if Joe Burrow didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
You're even with Joe Burrow getting hurt.
But they were 2-0 with that.
Even, I mean, I was not convinced. They beat the god-awful Cleveland Browns and the motherfucking, who else they beat? The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
I was not convinced.
Yeah.
I was not convinced at all. But on to a much more positive topic. We mentioned Jonathan Taylor roaming free. Well, it turns out that sometimes when you roam free like an absolute madman, you actually get some positive qualities. And you also have a good chance at winning a little bit of an award. Jonathan Taylor, congratulations, as you've just absolutely dominated this season, and it has not gone unnoticed. Jonathan Taylor, I dub you this week's King of the Week. Another outstanding performance, 3 touchdowns. What a day for this guy. I mean, is he the MVP right now? Obviously not. That goes to quarterback. But he legitimately might do what Saquon Barkley did and somehow make it even better. Shout out to JT, man, and shout out to the Colts.
Yeah, JT was season so far.
JT with an absolutely amazing season. But unfortunately, we have to swing back to the negatives a little bit because just when we thought that there was going to be peace in the NFL this week, the referees got involved. And to describe what happened in Philadelphia this weekend, absolutely outrageous. Now, you two are the Giants fans. This is a safe space. Say whatever the hell you want to say.
Yeah, that was bad. I can't, like, that fumble, I mean, that was ridiculous. I was screaming at my TV. I mean, how do you call forward progress when a guy's not down? And then make matters worse, if that gets called a fumble, Cam Scattergood probably doesn't get hurt, and the Giants are looking at potentially being in that game. And then also the offensive PI on Darius Slayton, the ridiculous offsides call with Thibodeau late in the first half when the left tackle for the Eagles, Malata, he false started on third down, and then it gave the Eagles a free first down and led to a touchdown. So that was just horrific officiating.
Yeah.
Not to mention the offensive pass interference call. That was also outrageous.
Yeah, and like JJ, I don't know if you agree, but like these officials got to be held to some sort of standard because this is happening every single game. Like I want to know what they think. Like maybe like I want to see like a press conference from the official post game, or I also like think like maybe I don't want to say fines, but there's got to be some sort of way that they get put on less games if they struggle because that you're throwing games for teams.
Absolutely. I mean, to say that I'm disappointed in the NFL officials is a massive understatement. I mean, that was one of the worst officiated games I have seen in some time.
Yeah.
And to say that I am, like I said, to say I'm disappointed in the refs is an understatement. Jacob, what do you think?
I mean, RJ kind of summed it up perfectly. I mean, I don't know how we're going to call Hurts down or for progress stop when he had a lot more to reach for. And the ball, he wasn't even close to being down. So I don't know how you call that, how you don't call that a fumble. I mean, the Slayton offensive PI, I felt like the game was already over at that point. But I mean,
But that just added to it at that point.
that added to it. I mean, both of them were arm fighting, but then you saw Mitchell was grabbing onto the back of Slayton's shirt, so that could have been something as well. I mean, prayers to Scat, man. I don't know. I'm not like the crazy football player, but I low-key felt that Bond could have been called for a hip drop there a little bit.
Oh, it's not that he could have been. That was a hip drop.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I know very well. I used to do that when I would play. That was my signature tackling form, was a hip drop tackle. I did not injure anybody, thankfully, but that was how we would tackle, as I was taught to hip drop and gator roll. That was a fucking hip drop tackle.
Yeah, not even that. I low-key felt that was PI on that play earlier because I felt like Bond was bear hugging him.
I understand, Jacob. I understand that, but the issue with the hip drop tackle is you literally said you're going to ban the tackle. Remember? They banned it this season. Yet no penalties for a clear hip drop tackle and injures. The entire NFL community was sad that day.
Yeah.
Because love him or hate him, I don't know. You can't hate Cam Scatterbo.
Yeah, and JJ, think about it, right? There's a reason. The reason that is banned is because of things like that. Because it's a dangerous play. It's a dangerous play. So if you don't call it, people are going to start to do it, and more players are going to get injured. And that's just the reason it's banned is because of things like that. And
then you have another and then you have another lawsuit on your hands, just like that.
Yeah.
But to sum things up, let's talk about the game this weekend against the Niners. How you guys feeling about this one? Now, I'll tell you one thing right now. If you are a CMC fantasy owner this weekend, hold your fucking breath. Because this game is not in San Francisco. No. This is Halloweekend at the Ankle Cemetery that is MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
If you're a McCaffrey owner, I would be holding your breath the entire game.
For some
the Niners
reason,
may as well not play him, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, for some reason, I have some weird optimism coming into this game against the 49ers. Like, I don't know why, but I think
for the love of God, please beat them.
I like, for some reason, I have this weird optimism that, like, the Giants, they always do this in the middle of the season. They'll be 1-5, 2-6, and they'll beat someone they shouldn't. And especially coming off the Scatterbo injury, I feel like there's some sort of, like, momentum that they might be able to break off of that. So I have a weird feeling. I also don't believe in Brock Purdy if he even plays. I don't even know.
Yeah. RJ said it perfectly, actually. I don't know. I feel like the Giants, I've said the Giants can win this game. I feel like they can. Even if Purdy doesn't start, you have Mac Jones in there again. I feel like the Giants offense can still do damage. I mean, the offense has proven that they can score, that they can be good. I feel like it's just the defense, and Saquon bursted a 65-yard run, second play of the game last week. You can't let CMC get loose every play. If you contain CMC and contain Kittle and all the good weapons there, you'll get the job done. You'll win this game. And who knows? We'll see what happens in the future, but I mean, Scatterbo's a huge piece of this team. basically a huge piece of the league at this point.
It's a shame.
That
That's what it comes down to.
just ruins a lot.
Here's the one thing though that I can guarantee you, and this is just the reality of the situation. When you turn on your TVs at 1 o'clock, expect to see a lot of 49ers fans on your screen.
Really?
They're going to flock that place like crazy.
Yeah, but
The
honestly,
last time the Niners played the
No.
Giants, I think the place was like 65% 49ers.
yeah, but when was that game? Because now look at it. I mean, the
It's
fans.
a couple years ago, I think.
Yeah, so like, look at it now. They got Jackson Dart.
It's gonna be worse because the Niners are top of the division.
No, I actually think it'll be better because the Giants.
No, the
fans
Niners were
wanna see
terrible
him.
when this happened. They were
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah, but
Now
the
they're
Gi-
actually good.
See, I don't think so because I think also the Giants were horrific. They had no direction. Now you got young guys, even though Scad was hurt. Everyone wants to see Jackson Dart play.
Did you
So-
see what the Niners fans did in Washington and Foxborough and Philadelphia? They will
Yeah, but
flock
that's different.
every single stadium in the entire NFL. They took
Commanders
over.
have fans,
They took
like-
over Pittsburgh, for Christ's sake. Fucking Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got fans, and I'm sure it'll be 50-50 split, but I think the Giants fans will have a better showing.
I highly do. I think you guys are just gonna get a rude awakening. It won't be as bad as what it's like in California, but it will not be.
Yeah, the
pleasant.
Rams have no fans, so
No, they do. It's just a lot of them are inbred 49er
yeah,
fans. That's just
they're
the
all in
reality.
St. Louis.
No, well, granted, they should have never left Los Angeles to begin with. They should have never went to St. Louis. They should have
St.
stayed
Louis,
in
yeah.
LA. And a lot of the Rams fans that were there in California that did not follow the team to St. Louis became either Raiders fans, Niners fans, or
That's-
Cowboys fans.
That's crazy to me. How you don't follow your team?
They felt scorned. They felt
Yeah.
like they were robbed, and they were. But to sum things up, let's move into this week's Week 9 Pick'em. Jacob, the rules for NFL Pick'em are very, very different. By the way, RJ, I'm assuming that you made, since you're in my Pick'em, I'm assuming you made your picks already.
No, I forgot. I gotta
Oh,
do it.
Great.
But I
You
missed the
it.
Thursday.
You missed
game.
another Thursday night game.
Yeah,
But let's be honest, all of us were taking the Ravens anyway.
yeah, I would have picked the Ravens. They're winning right now, 7-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, off of a Mark Andrews touchdown. That
Don't
was
you have Lamar?
basically-
Don't you have Lamar in our league?
Yes,
Is
I
he-
do.
He's playing, right?
Back.
Yeah.
He's back.
He's playing the Ravens. I mean,
And
he's
he's already got a touchdown. I'm off to a fantastic start this week. Let's keep the ball rolling.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
get
sure.
into
Yeah,
this
we're
week.
all going Baltimore.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's
Yeah.
get into this week's pick'em. But Caps, read off the rules for J&J pick'em because it is very, very different.
Oh, I'm using Ravens as my luck, by the way. I think
Fine.
it's pretty. All right. So you get
To them.
as I look at into his ass.
Not
So
a surprise.
you lock and upset of the week. I think the record to beat right now, as I look over, is
It's
12
not very good.
It's not
either.
that crazy. 12-5. You get a lock. If the lock hits, it's +1, so it's practically would be 2 wins if that team wins. The upset, if you get that right, I believe it's +2. If you get it wrong, -1. The lock wrong, -1 also.
No, lock wrong is -2.
-2 actually. And if you are the only person to pick that team in the game, it's called a unicorn, and if they win, it's +1.
RJ, it's similar to what would be the remember in baseball where it would only be a home run in one stadium?
yeah.
That's a unicorn.
Yeah, I got it. All right.
Anyway, let's get started with the Bears and Bungles.
Yeah, this is literally a toss-up. But I do think that loss from Cincinnati is so deflating, and I don't care that Joe Flacco's quarterback is just throw it to Jamar Chase and hope. I think that Chicago is going to come out in this game.
All right, Jacob.
Let's see. I don't know if Joe Flacco's even gonna play, so we might have to see Jake Browning. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I
Does
feel
it
like
really matter though?
Jesus,
he's better
Oh
than
my
Jake
God.
Riley Patterson might be the worst kicker on earth. But anyways,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Bears on this one. Also, I mean the Bears, I feel like are a meh team at best. Caleb Williams is meh at best as well. Ben Johnson's done an okay job so far. Probably just giving Bears fans hope, which is good for them. But I think the Bears win this one.
Yeah, this game is so like mediocre. It's like whoever wins, it doesn't matter at all.
It's a pretty crappy game, to be honest with you. Anyway, everyone knows what I'm picking. The Bears. Moving on. Speaking of which, I do want to give a shout out real quick to my professor, Mr. Mike Demergis, who was literally dressed up like Mike Ditka.
That's hilarious.
Take a look at this.
Yeah, I saw that before.
Yeah,
Look
did
at
you
that.
see
He's got
this?
the mustache and everything.
That's legendary.
So yeah, shout out my professor, Mike DeBurgess. Look at this. It's great.
All right.
Anyway, next up, Vikings, Lions.
Yeah, Detroit's winning this game. And this isn't going to be my lock just because it's a divisional matchup. But there's no way. I just can't see the Lions losing, especially with Wentz out now.
Is
Is
JJ McCarthy
Yeah,
is
so
back.
I was gonna get to that. Whoever has Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason, please probably put them in your lineups because the handoff merchant is back. So
Yeah.
Lions are a lock this week as well.
Wonderful. Next up,
Green Bay.
Panthers,
Yeah.
Packers.
This one is not as far-fetched as people think. Like the line being minus 13.5, I don't really love that. I am going to pick Green Bay because they're at home, but Carolina's not a bad team whatsoever. I mean, they've had some good showings.
Well, that's when they have Bryce Young under center.
Yeah,
if they're Andy Dalton.
It's not even.
Andy Dalton might not even play. It might be Mike White, Jets legend.
Bryce Young's still out?
Does he
Is
have
he?
like
I thought
he have an ankle sprain?
Yeah,
I thought he was back this week.
Yeah, I thought he might be back.
I
So
don't know. I don't know.
Regardless, we're probably all taking Packers anyway.
yeah, he's gonna be back. It says he fully participated today. So
Yeah.
yeah, Green Bay's winning though.
Chargers, Titans.
This is one of those games that could be a trap for Los Angeles. They
This
have
would
not
be
been-
the most Chargers way to
Yeah.
lose.
It would, and it's a game. It's been like a year for where the Chargers have struggled lately, but I think that they're too good to lose to Tennessee. And Cam Ward just he doesn't look good, to say the
Yeah,
least.
I gotta go with San Diego on this one.
Okay. Yeah. Chargers as well.
Sums it up. Falcons and the Patriots.
New England's come out of nowhere.
New England's gonna win this game, and New
Yeah.
England's my lock.
Yeah, New England's going to win this game, but they're not my lock. I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think. Is Penix back?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think
So, I mean, we'll see if Kirk Cousins with another full week of practice, he should be better. But I am going to pick New England.
so. I have to now hope and pray that Lamar puts up 30 for me to have a chance. Because if I have Kirk Cousins with Bijan again, God help us all.
Yeah.
Next up, Giants, 49ers. Now, I already know who Jacob's picking. Jacob openly refuses to pick against the Giants.
Yeah, I don't love to do it. This is my upset of the week. I think the Giants are going to beat
I
the
figured.
49ers. You might think it's biased, but this is like
It's really
last
not biased. The Niners
Yeah.
have like no one left.
week- Yeah, and last week I could have considered like the Giants probably weren't going to win that game. The NFL didn't want us to sweep the Eagles. So, yeah, this is my lock. I mean, not my lock, my upset. The Giants are going to beat the 49ers.
I was about to say, if that's your lock,
No.
God help you.
No.
I don't even think you're allowed that because they're plus.
I'm unfortunately going to probably end up with the Niners as a unicorn.
Really?
Yeah, they are. I'm picking the Giants.
Of course you are.
Yeah, I would pick the Giants against any team.
Yeah.
Here
so
we go.
Wait, JJ, how the unicorn works is it's just between us three?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And if you get that right, that's +2. If you get it wrong, it's nothing.
week is
Colts and
tough.
the Steelers.
This week is tough.
Here we go.
I'm not going to lie to you.
Pittsburgh is my upset of
Yeah.
the week. Here we go.
This
Steelers
is-
get the big win against the Colts and finally get themselves back into the picture.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, I think Pittsburgh's going to win this game because in no world can I see as a Giants fan Daniel Jones being 8-1. And against this defense, he's going to crumble. If they can stop JT, I'm going Pittsburgh.
I mean, remember when the Daniel Jones led Giants started 6-1?
Yeah, but they're playing bum teams. Like,
And
I
then
mean,
they
What
were
do you
playing.
mean they were playing bum teams? They came back against the Ravens.
yeah,
That
that
was
one
like their
game.
one good
Yeah,
win
that
all
one game.
season.
Like it was pretty. And then they won in the playoffs, but I still but that wasn't because of Daniel Jones. That was because
Yeah,
of
that game was
Saquon.
100% a fluke, by the way. I think we
No,
all
no,
agree.
that was good defense. But
Well,
Good
one
that
defense.
game,
Yeah, and then the
6-1
Vikings had
start,
Ed Donatell as the defensive coordinator. It's the worst.
that 6-1 start was because of Saquon. But the Vikings game in the playoffs was not a fluke. We should have beat them in the regular season.
Bro's hating Isaiah Hodgins led Giants offense.
Yeah, dude, that guy was unreal.
What is wrong with you?
He has
Yeah.
fallen off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
He has not come back
Stuff.
from since. But yeah, I'm going with the Steelers on this one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a weird game, but I think that the Steelers' defense has like a lot of weapons. Where if Daniel Jones faces a defense that has weapons, he crumbles. So I'm going to complete the sweep here, and they're home, and I feel like
Wow.
the Colts have to lose the game at some point.
Yeah, they can't keep winning. This
This ain't 2006 with Peyton Manning's back under center and Joseph Adai is the running back with prime Marvin Harrison and
Yeah.
Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis. No, it's not that year. Also, I do want to just bring this up because we mentioned the 2022 New York Giants. We did a deep dive on how the 2022 Giants miracle season set the team back 5 years.
It did.
It is a pinned video on this channel. It's called, hold on, what even is the name? Because I changed the name of the video.
That season was.
Took me about that video took me about 4 days to make, by the way.
I always remember that season though.
It was called The 22 Giants, How One Season Led to a Downfall.
That season was fun.
It was fun, but it was on reality the worst thing that could have happened to the Giants.
Yeah, maybe not. Now we got Jackson Dart. We wouldn't have never gotten it.
So yeah, you'll have a chance to check that video out. Very well done, narrated by a good friend Jack G Sports. The 2022 Giants, How One Season Led to a Downfall. Anyway, next game is the Broncos and the Texans.
Yeah, I don't know how Houston is favored in this game. In what world is Houston going to win this game? I have Denver winning. I don't see how. I know they're home, but Denver's been unreal. Like, unreal.
Yeah.
Give me the Broncos. I'm wearing the. I mean, I didn't even realize. I know there's a lot of Texans fans that watch my stuff because of my good friend Jaywalk. I didn't even realize I'm wearing a Broncos jersey. Sorry guys, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Denver's winning this week.
Yeah, I see that.
Next up, Jaguars, Raiders. This game
This feels like
screams trap game.
Yeah. Geno Smith has been horrible, but Brock Bowers is coming back. So is there a world where at home Vegas wins this game? I'm actually going to pick the Raiders to win this game. I'm picking that. I think I'm not, obviously it's not my upset, but I just feel like Trevor Lawrence sucks. Like, he's so bad. Like,
he's been pretty shit. I will give you that.
I know that they're great and what they're supposed to be, but give me Vegas.
Caps.
Yeah, I mean, I like the trap game thought, but I don't think the Raiders are horrible. I'm going with the Jags. I still think the Jags are not that bad of a team.
Congratulations, RJ. You got yourself a unicorn.
We'll see.
Next up, Saints, Rams. We're back from bye week, finally.
This is my lock.
Let me tell don't do that.
This is my lock.
Didn't you take your lock already, bro?
No.
No, I'm saying JJ.
I'm saying don't take it. Don't jinx my team, please. Let me just say for the record that last week I had the best weekend of my life, stress-wise. The Rams didn't play. Notre Dame didn't play. I had the ultimate bye week.
Yeah, but you know the Rams are good. So
obviously I'm taking them to win, but this game.
This is clearly my lock.
Yeah, but the spread is very, very sketchy.
It is because the Rams seem.
I'm taking the Saints plus 14. Also, Mark Andrews with his second touchdown of the game.
Oh, jeez. Good thing I'm not playing him.
Thankfully, I'm not playing him.
Yeah, Derrick Henry's not it this year.
Yeah.
Don't worry. They'll start using him now because they're going to start running the ball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Regardless, the Rams all day.
Moving on. What do we got?
Next up, Chiefs,
Ooh,
Bills.
the
The
game.
Empire Sports Media game of the week at 4:25 p.m. this Sunday.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm known to be one of these guys is to be considered a Chiefs glazer because I think that they won't win, they won't lose.
You, sir, have never met Nick Natale. He is
But
the ultimate Chiefs glazer.
Isn't that
there's no
Ethan
way.
Bonner?
Kansas
No.
City, Patrick Mahomes-
Bonner's actually a Chiefs fan. Nick Natale's not a Chiefs fan, but he fucking acts like one.
Yeah.
When he was on the playoff streams, he was literally wearing a Patrick Mahomes jersey.
Yeah, I can't lie. I also have one of those, but that's beside the point.
Matthew Stafford's having
my
a better
aunt-
season. Accept it.
JJ, my aunt lives in Kansas City, so she got me a jersey. It's a valid reason.
That's
right?
awesome, but fuck the Royals.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah, fuck the Royals. I actually went to a game there, but yeah, so Kansas City's gonna win this game. I know it's the regular season, and that's usually when Josh Allen wins, but this is like a playoff game to both of these teams, right? Kansas City can't lose to go 5-4, and it means a lot, obviously, for the Bills to beat them. So Patrick Mahomes is going to go into high mark. It's going to be a very close game, and they're going to win.
So I have Kansas City winning, but for a different reason. The Bills just don't look that good this year.
They're not.
I mean, the Bills look incredibly beatable. Yeah, they beat the Panthers by 30. So what? It's the goddamn Panthers.
I don't think Buffalo's that good. I actually don't think Josh Allen's not great.
Yet somehow he's the MVP favorite. Outrage.
He's the MVP favorite?
One of them, yeah. Him and Mahomes are.
I mean,
Yet Matthew Stafford's having a better season than both of them, yet somehow he's out of the conversation. No, I'm dead serious. Look up the stats. He's having a better season.
Yeah, he's been good, but I think Mahomes.
In less games played, by the way.
Mahomes is definitely going to get it.
The Sunday night game, Seahawks and Washington.
Yeah. Well, is Jane Daniels playing?
I have no idea.
Even if he is, I'm picking Seattle.
Wait, who'd you guys pick? You picked the Chiefs, RJ?
Yes,
Yeah.
I picked the Chiefs.
Sure.
Who'd you take?
I don't know. It's gonna be a close game.
You got to make a pick, man.
You know what? Give me the unicorn. I'll take the Bills. Why not?
Yeah, that's smart.
You can tune into that game on Empire Sports Media at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
For any of my viewers out there on the West Coast. Anyway,
Seattle.
between the Seahawks and Washington, I hate picking my rivals, but unfortunately, I got to do it again.
Washington.
I'm going with the
I called it
going
from
with the
last year.
Sea Chickens on this one. You
Washington's
did.
not good.
You and me were on the phone that one night, and you said the Commanders weren't going to win more than 8 games. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I don't. Again, you guys were calling me crazy. I don't see how they're that good. I think last year.
They've also been incredibly injured. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, but so have the Niners, and look at them. So
Seahawks for me. What do you got, Jacob?
Yeah, it's the Seahawks all day. I think Jason has a field day.
I would not be surprised. And finally, the Cardinals and Cowboys.
this game's horrible for Monday night. Dallas is gonna smoke them.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, I hope not, but it's their offense is unreal. They are a fantasy owner's dream.
You know who the Cowboys are? The Dallas Cowboys are the North Texas Mean Green of the NFL.
They actually are.
Amazing offense, best in the league, yet probably the worst defense ever.
Yeah, their defense sucks. They let Russell Wilson thrive off of them.
450 yards.
Yeah.
That to me is just the most mind-blowing stat of the season. But I'm taking the Cowboys.
Yeah, definitely.
Jacob?
Yeah, easy. It's Cowboys all day.
It's a full sweep, and that'll sum it up for J&J Game Day. Now, before we get going, I do want to give, since our guy is still in high school, at the end of every show, we do a high school football roundup. RJ, tell us what's been going on with the Chaminade Flyers.
Yo, wait, hold up, RJ. I just want to say this real quick. My friend's dad is the head coach, actually. I don't
Is
know.
he really? Who
Yeah,
is he?
Claro.
Oh,
shout out
yeah.
to Tommy. He also plays on the team, 74.
Yeah, he's in my homeroom.
Yeah, that's my friend. He went to TZ.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. So, yeah.
Talk
They,
to us about the Chaminade Flyers.
Yeah, they're looking to get into the playoffs now. Obviously, at Chaminade, they're the worst. I wouldn't say the worst, but they're not the crown jewel of the school. It's the soccer, it's the hockey, it's all the other stuff, but they're not bad, you know.
How'd they do against Iona Prep?
I actually have no idea.
I thought you were working that game.
No. I was working soccer the other day. but
That's brutal.
yeah, but they've been all right. They actually got smacked 33-9 in that game.
Typical Iona Prep dominant.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, they're not going
Go
to
Gales.
win the entire thing. They're a solid team. They'll be the 4th or 5th seed. We'll see if they get a home game, but it's carried by a lot of juniors, so I'll say that.
Good to know. All right, RJ, thank you for joining us tonight, man, and I will see you on Saturday. Well, have yourself a good night. All right, Jacob, the moment that everybody's been waiting for. Talk to me about the absolute fiasco that happened at Tappan Zee today.
Damn, Waddle just got a huge catch but a penalty. Or does it count?
No, it doesn't count. It was on the offense.
Yeah, I know, but it's tripping. I don't know. Unreal, it's saying 36 yards. I don't know.
Penalty.
Dang. So, give me a quick second. Let me ask one of my friends on the team. Anything? Hello. I'm getting as much news as I can on this. But anyways, game today at 2:30 during school hours, which I don't know if I've ever seen before. 2:30 I left 8th period health like 15 minutes into the period, ran down to the field in the pouring rain. One of the craziest things.
Were you set to do PA, by the way?
Yeah, I did do it. And the game, it starts, it's rain's pouring, but I mean, game goes on. We got the first half. TZ goes up 8-0, and then halftime it gets even worse. The rain gets even worse, and then the game got suspended.
So when is the game set to happen? Is set to resume?
Saturday, 10 a.m.
Jesus Christ, that's even worse.
It is what it is, I guess.
My, oh my, that's rough. Anyway, to sum up things that were going on in Section 9 football, we had ourselves a bizarre weekend, I guess you could say. I will say I was very happy to be back at NFA last week. I did get to stream a game finally. I did Newburgh versus Pine Bush on Friday night. It was an absolute slaughtering. Newburgh won 50-6. Not a big surprise there. They officially locked up a playoff spot. And they've got themselves a big one on Friday. 4:00 p.m. on Halloween at Monroe Woodbury. To determine the number 1 seed. But a lot happened on Friday night. Let's take you through it. Start things off with the main attraction. Down goes the number 1 seed in my rankings. Port Jervis finally lost. And they didn't just lose. They got fucking destroyed by the Minnesota Valley Warriors. 31-6. It was a beatdown from the very beginning. Cornwall beats Wallkill 63-0. Burke Catholic beats Whitney Point 28-21. Highland beats Monticello. Chester beat O'Neill 29-21. Crazy ass game. Middletown beat Lords 40-34. Dover beat SPAC. VC beat Kingston to clinch a playoff spot. Red Hook beat Rondout, and Beacon beat Goshen. But there's one score on here that will be a little bit of a surprise. Monroe took on Washingtonville. And the final score of that game, 73-0.
Damn.
And Washingtonville is a playoff team. But there's context. So, Monroe was about to play against Washingtonville. Washingtonville is resting more than half of their starters. Pretty much all of them. They were lined up on the 50-yard line in street clothes, talking shit to the Monroe guys. And it just kept going on and on and on and on and on. And you know what their coach said? We're going to put 100 up on them. And they're running reverses up by 50. And this was just a beatdown. 73-0 was the final score. It was not even going to be a contest. But to take you through the games this weekend, Jacob, we got ourselves a couple going on right now between FDR and Pine Bush. Unfortunately, both teams have been eliminated from playoff contention, so no one makes it there. And Dover and Monticello. Friday's schedule is loaded with 9 games. But pretty sure the rest of them are on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the other 5 games are on Saturday. So we got ourselves a pretty good schedule. I'm going to just rifle off who I think is going to win each game. I think O'Neill beats Highland to get that final playoff spot. VC beats Beacon. I'm going to go Beacon over Valley Central to get into the playoffs. I think Monroe is going to beat Newburgh. I just don't think that this Newburgh team is good enough to win against the Crusaders. I know you would think JJ's picking Monroe to beat Newburgh. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, hell has officially frozen over. This is the equivalent of Jacob Kaplan picking Michigan to win a football game. No, this is you picking Michigan to beat Ohio State.
Oh, what? You're picking Monroe to win?
Yes, I think Monroe is going to beat Newburgh. He would have never thought I'd ever say those words. Hell's frozen over, folks. Marlboro is going to beat New Paltz. It's not a big surprise there. Middletown will beat Kingston. And on Saturday, Washi beats Lords. Warwick's going to lose to Goshen. Port's going to be Red Hook. And Saugerties will beat Chester. That's going to be a crazy one. But to end off the show, let's hop into the Section 1 games this weekend. Starting off with Friday on Halloween. We start off there's only 2 games on Friday. What the fuck? Oh, they're all on Saturday then. Anyway, to start off on Friday, we've got Woodlands versus Dobbs Ferry. Who do you think is going to win that one?
I'm going to go with Dobbs Ferry to win that one. I mean, there's a lot of games on Saturday because of the ref situation.
Woodlands is 0-8, by the way.
Yeah, Dobbs Ferry easy here.
Arlington versus North Rockland.
North Rockland. Arlington's been mad this year.
There's only 3 games for Section 1 on Friday. So when the hell did all these games happen then?
Some of them might be bye week this week, I think. Or they just haven't been posted on Max Scripts.
What's the name of your guys' section again?
Whoa, Hudson Valley?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. It is bye week then.
Yeah.
But take us through the path to the playoffs right now for the TZ Dutchman.
I mean, it's only 4 teams make it, so winning, you're in the championship. This isn't a full section playoffs.
Right. So I did find out that apparently this year Section 9 is getting 2 bids in the state playoffs. So the winner of the Section 9 championship will be the 1, and the winner of the runner-up will be the 2. I know, very disappointing that the high school preview is basically next to nothing because there's no goddamn games this weekend. Thank you, Halloweekend. But that's going to wrap it up for another episode of the J&J Show. For Jacob Kaplan, I'm JJ Seglio. Thank y'all for watching, and have a happy Halloween. Take care, everyone.